Hey, this is Home Buying Uncensored. I am Mona Wong.
And I'm Brian Denton.
We're here to talk to you about home buying with real talk.
None of this mortgage speak. We're going to make things real simple for you.
And guys, I'm actually kind of funny.
Yeah, she's really not that funny.
All right, well, you try us out and let us know. Brian.
What?
You know, like unicorns are myths.
I had a pet unicorn.
Did you?
Yeah.
Today's episode.
It's when I went in the barn and never left. I took a trip and never left the barn.
Took a ride on a unicorn. Guys, we're really okay. Believe me.
Yeah.
We're okay. We can do this. Today we're going to talk about MythBusters.
Yep.
That sounds scary?
No.
What is the biggest myth about home buying?
You need 20% down payment.
Huge, right? Like, what are you, like from 1975?
Yeah.
That you need 20% down? And you listen to Aunt Elaine, who's like, no, you need 20% down.
Yeah.
You can't buy a house with less than 20% down.
You can't.
What is Aunt Elaine talking about?
No.
Who is Aunt Elaine?
I don't have an Aunt Elaine.
Actually, I do through marriage.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Is she Asian?
She is. She is.
How'd you get the name Elaine?
I have no idea.
So you don't need 20% down to
No,
buy a house.
you don't.
How much do you need down?
I mean,
If you're a first-time home buyer.
if you're a first-time home buyer, you could do, well, if you're VA, if you're a veteran, you can do 0% down.
That's me.
Yeah. Believe it or not, guys, Brian's a veteran. Does that make you feel any safer?
I was a sack train killer. Or a train sack killer. I can't remember.
There are TV shows about him. So if you're like Hogan's Heroes, it's all about Brian. I don't know if you know that. Google it. So if you don't have 20% down, what happens, Brian? Does that mean you're buying a shack?
No. It means you're going to have private mortgage insurance.
Does it mean you have outdoor plumbing?
Yeah, everybody has outdoor plumbing now.
What, does it mean that you don't have indoor plumbing?
No, it doesn't mean that at all.
Okay, so what does it mean?
It means you got PMI on your loan, private mortgage insurance.
So that sounds pretty horrible because Aunt Elaine also said you should never pay for PMI.
So if you're renting a home for $3,000 and you have PMI and your payment is $2,800 and you buy a home, which one makes more sense?
Honestly, even if I was paying $3,200 a month and I'm owning the home, which one makes more sense?
The $3,200.
Right. I mean, I know that there are haters out there.
Yeah.
There are haters, and I'm embracing you. And I challenge you to challenge me and Brian on this, because I know that there are people who are totally adamant about, no, we're going to rent because we don't want to deal with being a homeowner. But these are also the same people who are complaining about rent going up.
So what are you doing when you're renting a home? Think about it.
Yeah, you're paying for your landlord's mortgage.
Correct. So
plain and simple.
So when you say, "Oh, I don't want to borrow at 7%," that landlord's probably borrowed at 8% to get that home.
Yeah.
So you're paying his mortgage. So wouldn't you rather pay for your own home than your landlord's?
Right.
What if your landlord decides, I don't want to be a landlord anymore, and sells your home, and you're going to have to leave, and he sells it to the guy like me who wanted his own home?
Yeah.
So now I'm living in your house.
Now where are you going to go?
So now you're going to move again.
You're going to have to live in that barn.
Yeah.
That you were in. With the unicorn.
Yeah, in a van down by the river.
In a van down by the river. Fun fact, I actually met Chris Farley once.
Did you really?
Yeah. And in real life, he was a little bit of a mess too.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Yeah. He couldn't fit. I was working in a hotel at the time, and he couldn't fit in the lobby chairs.
Really?
Yeah.
He was that big, huh?
Yeah, he was huge.
His father was big too.
It was quite the sight.
Did you see the documentary on him?
No. Maybe I should. Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay. On it.
Yeah.
We digress. Sorry, that happens a lot.
So you pay PMI, and I heard that PMI is going to be tax deductible.
I heard that.
So maybe that's a thing. We're not tax advisors, but you should talk to your tax preparer to find out. Because again, you're building wealth from owning a home.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not building somebody else's wealth.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. It's still worth it, even if you don't itemize and write the interest off and you take just the standard deduction.
Yep.
But if you are able to itemize, if you pay a 7% rate, not to get too far into the weeds, as I say, but that effective rate, there's a formula to figure out what your actual effective interest rate is based on your tax bracket.
Right.
So a 7% rate, and you're in 24% bracket, you're probably looking at an effective rate of like almost about 5%.
Right.
So,
So even though your rate isn't 5%, but by the time everything is said and done with your tax returns,
right.
that's how much you're actually paying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Brian doesn't like to get in the weeds, he says, but we always do. So let's climb back out of the weeds a little bit. So, okay, so let's say we don't do 20% down,
Yeah.
right? We have PMI, which isn't as much, people are like, oh, PMI. So now like we're adding like a few $100s a month onto our monthly payment. And it's not true.
No, if you have really good credit and you're putting, let's say, 10% down, I've seen
Yeah.
PMI as little as what, $22 a month.
Right.
If you have really good credit.
Yeah.
It's based on your credit. So if your credit's really good,
It's like one day at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So
it's actually cheaper.
Yeah.
If you take it over a month.
So new home buyers, well, actually, if you're a veteran, it's 0% down, even if you're not a first-time home buyer. So let's get that straight. But if you're a first-time home buyer, you can do 3%. You can do 5%. And actually, even if you're not a first-timer, you can still do 5%.
Correct.
If it's owner occupied.
Correct.
The first-time home buyer programs are very specific because it's income restricted. So if you make too much money, that could be a problem. You won't qualify. Or if you have a really large down payment, you're not going to see the benefits of a first-time homebuyer program.
Correct.
So remember, these programs were designed to help people that are a little bit lower in the income bracket, who don't have all the down payment. So if you have that, it may not be beneficial for you.
Well, you've got a lot of people that are coming out of school and getting really, let's say you're coming out of law school and you get a really good job at a law firm. They probably don't have a bunch of money saved at that point.
Exactly, but they have a good income.
But they have a great income. So that's going to work out to your benefit. So the truth about private mortgage insurance is really default insurance. It doesn't help you. It helps the bank in case you decide to stop paying the loan.
Paying the loans.
So it actually takes the risk out of mortgage lending. So it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing for people that, I mean, coming out of college and you have a $150,000 income and you want to buy a $700,000 home. Not a lot of people have $140,000 saved up plus closing costs.
Yeah, exactly.
As a first-time home buyer, and there are down payment assistance programs out there and grants that we may that are income based, but there's also some down payment assistance programs that aren't income based too. So you're going to pay a little bit higher on the rate, but if it's the difference between getting in a home and not getting in a home, you have to look at that too. So again, when you're shopping around and you're interviewing loan offices, you want to make sure somebody is interviewing you properly to put you into, and it's going to give you options as far as what you'll be able to do as far as buying a home. It's like, okay, put 3% down, it's a 30-year fix. That may be the best product for you. But sometimes it's not, so.
If you've been learning a lot from this podcast, there is more to come. So please give us a like and subscribe.
So how about this? Just because you have 20% down, but you're emptying out your pockets, would you put down 20%?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. And that's something, I think people don't realize that just because you have the money doesn't mean you necessarily need to spend it.
No.
Right? Because there may not be a difference in the rate. And so, your payment might be higher because you're borrowing more money and you might have to pay a little bit in PMI. But if it means that you can free up $40,000, $50,000 in cash in your pocket, like that's substantial.
Do you want me to give you a great mortgage hack?
Yeah.
All right. So put instead of putting 20% down, put 15% down or 16% down.
Yep.
Generally, not all the time, generally the rate is better at 15% down than it is at 20% down. So what you could do is within the first year is close on your loan, get the better rate, and then principally reduce the mortgage to the 80% level. So now now you feel more comfortable. Like I don't have PMI, but now I got the better rate. So that's a great mortgage hack. So
look at that, folks. You can teach an old dog new tricks. That's a great hack, Brian.
Yeah.
Excellent. If you've been learning a lot from this podcast, there is more to come. So please give us a like and subscribe. Okay, so let's talk about credit scores. Did you know that 620 is not a great credit score?
It's not?
No, it's not. Hey, how's your credit score? Oh, it's great. I have a 600. Not great.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't buy a house.
No.
You can still buy a home with 600. It's fine. You're not married to the rate. We're going to refinance you when your score gets back up, but it gets you into the home because remember, the price of the home doesn't change.
Yeah.
Your interest rate can change, but the price of the home doesn't change. So it's important for you to buy the home now while it's still at a lower price.
Right.
Because they're projecting that these home prices are going to keep going up.
Well, I've been doing this for 4 years, and I can honestly tell you, the house I bought, when in 1986 is for $100,000 is now selling for $500,000.
Yeah. My parents' home, they bought it in '74 for $28,000, and it was a similar home that just sold a couple of weeks ago for it was like just under $1 million.
Yeah.
Literal tear down.
Yep.
Don't let yourself be held back from buying a home because your credit score is a little lower.
Yep.
I know we preach high credit score because we just want the best for you. And we will do what we can to help you get that. But the world isn't perfect.
Sometimes it's a simple fix.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it's, and I'm going to say this, young couple comes to me and they haven't been in the credit market that long, which I mean, like young, it doesn't mean age. It means they never used credit before.
Right. They didn't have credit cards.
So,
they never had loans.
So they paid everything in cash. So now we're trying to build up their credit. So their scores out the gate aren't going to be great.
Right.
But I helped a client. He was a younger guy, came to me, had no credit. He's like, I pay everything in cash.
Yeah.
Good client. I said, Adam, we got to fix this. I said, listen, this is what we're going to do. And I had him to go take a personal loan. And I go, don't pay it off. Let it go the 12 months. And then I said, credit cards, the same thing. Go get a couple credit cards. Yeah. Don't pay them off every month.
Use it to buy gas.
Groceries, keep it 20% of a line. So if you have $1,000 line, you don't want to put more than $200 a month on there.
Yep.
And just pay it down, like $25 a month. That's going to show the algorithm that you can pay on a steady basis, which is going to increase the scores. And if you keep your credit, your revolving credit lines, or like your credit cards, your MasterCards, your Visas, your Discovers, under that 20 to 25% level, it's really going to boost and it's going to turbocharge those credit scores in 6 months.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of hacks that we use when we're talking to clients, when we're talking to people that are first-time home buyers, and young meaning not chronologically, but just time in the market.
Exactly.
So
good tip.
Thank you.
Charge cards are still debts too, by the way. So those of you who tells me that, oh yeah, it's only my TJ Maxx card or my Nordstrom's card.
Yeah, it still counts. You remember Sears used to be everybody was 60 days late at Sears?
Oh my God. Yeah.
For those of you who don't remember Sears, it was a store, department store. We didn't even count it because everybody was 60 days late at Sears for some reason. I don't know why, but that's just the way it worked out. Store cards are the worst thing you can get anyways, by the way.
Well, you know what hurts more? Collections. And you know who are the worst culprits?
Doctors.
Nope. I think the cell phone companies.
Oh, yeah.
And N-Star or whatever it is.
N-Star.
Yeah, because and like Verizon for like cable for internet, when you're renting and you're forced to get these utilities,
and you go to close it and they never close it, and then you didn't return that one wire, and so they put you into collections.
Yeah.
Those are the worst. It kills your credit score. So it is so important to, if you're renting or even if you're like moving from house to house, like, and you're returning equipment, like, get the receipts and keep them, because they're so quick to slap on a collection on you.
Yeah.
And you need to have that.
And you'll be surprised because they're not going to call you.
You would have no idea that it's there until you're ready to buy a house and you have a credit check.
Yep. Yeah, that's
because sometimes when people do the Credit Karma, that doesn't come up.
No. Well, Credit Karma is they're just trying to sell advertising.
They just give good karma.
Yeah.
Not necessarily true karma. Yeah. Start building your credit start fast. And we kind of talked about that, Brian, right?
And if you need tips on that, you can always message us or email us.
Yeah.
You know.
Car loan. That's a great debt.
Yeah.
Right? It's a fixed loan. The interest rates are pretty low.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of deals now.
Yeah.
But even though you have the cash to buy the car, take out a small loan so that you're building credit.
Yeah.
Right? That's a good debt to have.
Yeah.
What other myths are there?
I don't know. I mean, let's see. We've gone over PMI. What else? What else did you have written down there?
Charge cards, credit scores. Credit score is a big deal. Don't let it like get you down. If you have a 600 or a 620, there are still loans out there for you. FHA. It has such a bad.
I know.
It has bad, like.
Well, that's because of our profession.
Well, no, I think it's so like it has a bad reputation that I think a lot of agents don't like to. I know sellers agents don't like to accept offers if they know it's an FHA loan.
Well, how about a VA? Same thing.
Yeah, same thing with VA.
I mean, support our troops all over Facebook, and then you present an offer with a pre-approval on a VA loan. Oh, we're not going to do a VA loan. Well,
that's a hot button with Ryan.
Yeah, it's a real hot button. When I sold my house in Florida, I sold it to another vet.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a veteran, not a veterinarian.
Yeah, but I do like dogs.
I do. Me too.
All right.
Yeah, FHA loans. I don't think they're for everybody.
No.
They're not for everybody, but they are still great loans, because what loan is going to allow you to purchase a 2, 3, or 4 family home with 3.5% down?
There's not one out there.
There's not one out there. Now, remember, you have to qualify for the payment, and we can use the rental from the other units, but it's 3.5% down.
Yeah, and if it's a 3 or 4 family, there's an extra formula in there, but we're not going to get into the weeds on that.
We're not getting into the weeds,
we can
enough weeds for today. Brian.
Yeah, we can help you with that.
Yeah,
but also a single family home, okay? I mean, I think 3.5% down with marginal credit, because anything under a 660 conventionally, you're really going to get hurt on rate.
I think under 680, you're going to get hit on rate. So FHA is going to be the way to go, because you're going to get not only the lower down payment, but your rate is, you don't get a higher interest rate because
you have credit scores.
Because of the credit score. Now, if it's really bad, then it's going to get hit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I saw somebody with a 580.
Yeah, and we closed the loan.
I mean, how can somebody with a 580 be allowed to buy a house?
You know what the cool thing about it was?
What?
That they were actually paying, with that 580 credit score, they were actually paying a little bit less on their mortgage payment than they were paying rent.
Yeah, that is true.
Which is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Because when you go to rent a home and you don't have good credit, if they're going to rent to you, there's going to be a caveat to that, that's going to charge you more, or extra deposit, or they're going to cover themselves too. So
so
within whatever they can do within the confines of the law,
don't
FHA.
listen to all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's people out there that go, absolutely not on FHA loans. I mean, and depending on the situation, I can agree on certain situations. Back in the day, loan offices made more money on FHA loans, but with LO comp, it's really not that. That's really not the case anymore. But did you
know that with an FHA loan, you could be 3 years out of bankruptcy and be able to buy a home?
Yeah.
Whereas if you wanted to do a regular conventional loan, you need to be out of bankruptcy, what?
4.
I thought it was 6.
Two on FHA, 4
Yeah.
on conventional.
So that's another plus.
It's 4 on foreclosure too, I believe, on FHA.
So that's a big plus.
I'd have to look that up. It's been a while.
Don't poo on it.
Yeah.
Don't poo on it. It is the right loan for the right person.
If you're putting 3.5% down and 3% down, and you have a 780 credit score, in your loan offices trying to talk you into an FHA loan, that's when your antenna should go up and say, yeah, maybe this is not the best product for me.
Yeah.
And that's when you want to kind of possibly interview another loan officer.
Yeah, you need to know, get all your information.
Yeah.
You need to find the person that's going to educate you.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
And it's not Google.
No.
That's not who's going to educate you.
No.
Find a loan officer who's going to take the time to answer your questions and walk you through all this, because you need to know.
Right.
You need to know. All right, so that's all of our MythBusters for today.
That's good. I think we did it.
I think we did it.
And we even had a mortgage hack in there too.
Yeah, and now you can go back to riding your unicorn. It's a good day for everybody. Lucky guy.
I put Puff the Magic Dragon out to pasture.
Come back again for another episode if you dare.
Next episode, Brian will be eating gummies on camera.
Thanks so much for listening to our podcast. If there's anything that you want to hear, or if you have any questions about anything we've talked about, feel free to drop us a note. You can get us at hello@homebuyinguncensored.com. You can also get us on Instagram. Our handle is homebuying_uncensored. Thanks.